creativity and artists can do with regards to conflict situations and religious-based conflict. The fact that politicians allow conflict to go on, particularly in zones where there's some kind of religious issue, and they keep trying to achieve these MDGs and spending all this money.
There's a misunderstanding about the nature of religion in the world, I think. And I think we won't, until there's a actual sitting down and an understanding of each and everyone's religion and the purpose and point of their religion and the strains of conflict and the reasonings behind those conflicts, that those conflicts will commence. But also we have to look at the incentives for people to make money off of those conflicts, and the greed and the real reason why those conflicts are allowed to go on. And I think you have those two schools. You have to go to the religious side of the theology, and then also the economical side of it, and kind of get a real understanding, because at the end of the day, nobody really knows.
I just have to say, I mean, it's an age-old question you're asking. So at the end of the day, as musicians, our responsibility is to create soundtracks for people's lives. We make what would be maybe hopeful music or angst music that will at least incite, some kind of passion in people. I don't know that it's our responsibility to be the ones to figure out every single detail. I think there's governments and organizations focused on that fully, but as artists, our goal is just to inspire. So I think that's our best way of being a part of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Great. We have time for two more. Are you? Go ahead.
Yeah. It's more directed to Kenna, but I want to open it to everyone, is that you have a unique experience because of your family and being directly connected to kind of these issues, and you all got to see it firsthand. And celebrities have a large voice in a lot of these things, but there are a lot that speak to these issues that don't have these kind of experiences.
Right.
And I think you know well that not everything that is advocated for is as good as other things.
Right.
So how do you see that kind of connecting, and maybe your role connecting them together, or how that advocacy can kind of happen and produce good things, not just kind of anything?
I think that's what Summit on the Summit became. I think it started as one thing and then it became something else. To be on a journey with Lupe, for example, and have us go through Tanzania and to see the issues that were there, and for him to say the exact words, I think his words were, I think you said, this looks just like South Side of Chicago. And in that moment for him, it was a recognition that this is something that's global, not local specifically. And I think I know that he has a world view, but to be there, to see it, to be a part of it, and I think my goal with Summit was to bring my friends to a new place, a new understanding, to give them a perspective that I have personally, because I was born in that country, or you walk into my house, and my house is Ethiopia, and I walk out, it's America. That's the way my parents raised me. But to really be able to give my friends the opportunity to see that, that's the only way I know best, because I can't communicate with words the magic of being a part of changing people's lives. It's something you either know because you've been a part of it, or you learn it because someone has shown you it. I think that's the only way I can see it making sense.
Awesome. Last one.
Thanks.
Great, thanks. Last one. Anyone have any more questions?
How can someone join you on your trek from Summit to the Summit? Because I'll be going back to Tanzania soon.
Oh, are you? Have you ever climbed Kili before?
No, I didn't have enough time. Awesome. But would we be able to join your effort?
I think Summit, Summit's going through some interesting things, and we're hoping there's going to be some announcements in the near future. But I think that, like I said before, and I said on the panel, I think it's really important that people take on their journeys or start their journeys, and sometimes it might take you up a mountain, and sometimes it might take you to make you run a marathon or do as many different activities. To be a part of Summit, to me, is a universal theme, and I believe everybody should find theirs. Kilimanjaro is a mountain in Tanzania that you're going to be really close to.
Yeah.
You can collaborate with your friends and collaborate with your community and your relationships and your social media and climb that mountain.
And I think all the climbers that climbed, and we're really hoping everyone watches this Water for the Poor Act that's going on the Hill right now, that all of us went to Washington and advocated for. We needed to pass through the House. And So if everybody could get up their phones, call their congressmen, their senators, say, we need more money for water, that would be great.
I mean, it's water's so important. I can't even explain it. I'll say this though. 80% of the reason why people go to the hospital around the world is because of waterborne disease. So if you can imagine, it's not just charitable, it's fiscal. And the reality is that if we can free up doctors, researchers, hospitals, how many trillions of dollars we would actually save in order to help even more people. The Water for the Poor Act is in Congress now at the House of Representatives. If you know who your representatives are, I need you to make a phone call. There's a switchboard to Capitol Hill. It's that easy. Look on my social media, on my Twitter, OK Kenna, and you'll find the number.
Great. There's one more in the back. Did you want to answer that?
Who is it?
Well, just it was great to follow you through the climb.
Yeah.
How satisfied were you with the whole interactive approach of the site and the followers, and because it was really quite interactive? And,
yeah, I loved it. I mean, we learned a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
The site was a little cumbersome to some degree. We're flexing at this point. It's the first ever social media climb of a mountain. But I think we all can learn as we go along, and as technology provides the opportunity to reach out to people in a mass scale, we want to find the ways to do that best, and to do it in a way that's actually purposeful and actually reaches you for a reason. It's not just because we're doing a mountain climb. Who cares? There are women who walk 6 miles a day with 80 pounds of water on their back, us climbing a mountain. That's not the point. The point is that we're doing something to bring the attention to those women. And I think right now, with the movement and women empowerment as well, like, we hope we'll be able to surround that. But I was excited about it. I mean, Azita was our super social media superstar, and I said she has a mean 140. She had to do it the whole time we were climbing. I think that we all were really excited about what the results were, and we hope we'll be able to do it again.
Great, thank you.